All right, y'all. I want to give you the here's the explanation, or should I say, why I lost on the USD CAD. I'm gonna show you why right now, and show you what this is. Okay, this is one of my other software systems that I use, and basically it tells me what the market is doing and what the market is going to be doing in the future, like a technical analysis. So what you're looking at here, I'm looking at the bears are in control by 84%. And the bears are in control on all higher time frames. It has totally switched over to the bears. They are in control on all higher time frames. The bulls are not in control of nothing. Even the directional matrix, meaning that the simple moving averages, all the simple moving averages on all time frames are on the downside. The prices under all moving averages on mostly all time frames. So that's what you mean by the directional matrix, is the simple moving average. So the simple moving average on all simple moving average to the upside is only 16.67%. That's not good. That is not good for the bulls. Is basically the bears are in control. So the bears are in control by 84.94%. It just switched right before me. And the volatility is at 39%. And the liquidity is at medium level. Now the liquidity, that's another thing. If you don't know what liquidity means, it basically means that liquidity, meaning that there's going to be a lot of cash outs, and is at medium level right there. And that's what liquidity is. It's going to be a lot of people dumping out their money. They're going to take their money and go. So, and it's at medium, so it's going to be high and basically high for the bulls. It's going to be high, and the bulls are basically cashing out. A lot of the bulls are cashing out. A lot of people that had buy positions on the USD CAD, a lot of swing traders, a lot of institutions that were in any buy positions, they basically all got out, and basically is mostly sell positions that's open in these markets, in the USD CAD market. And a lot of people are in sell positions. You can see it at the sentiment in the bottom. There goes the sentiment down there. If you don't know what the sentiment is, I'll explain that in another. But basically, the sentiment, from my understanding, is that has to deal with your brokerage firm. Who are you, your brokers, or whoever you are in with your broker. That's what basically who the sentiment is going to deal with. And the sentiment basically tells you how many people are in positions of sales and how many people are in positions of bulls. And there is really no positions of bulls according to the brokers that I use. There's basically no one really on taking bull buy positions. It's basically mostly everybody are taking sell positions, and basically bought up most of the sell positions. So it's basically a lot of sellers in this market right now under the broker that I am in. And so that's for my understanding of the sentiment. The sentiment may be different for you, but my understanding of the sentiment works for basically how many people are in what position in the market. And the only way you could tell by how many people are in that position is by how many people are registered with your company or with your brokerage firm. So that's the only way, because if somebody's trading in the Netherlands and they on a whole nother brokerage, a whole nother firm broker, how can this indicator tell what position he's taking? You understand what I'm saying? So my indicator sentiment is only dealing with my brokerage firm, and my broker has over 100,000, or let's say 1,500, let's say 1,000,000 accounts. Let's say 100,000 accounts, and out of all of those 100,000 accounts, this sentiment is telling me that mostly everybody's taking sell positions, and mostly everybody is not taking. Everybody done sold out the buy positions and into the sell position. That's what the sentiment tells me, and that's what my understanding of the sentiment. If you have a different understanding of the sentiment, please let me know. All right. And basically that's it. And all the higher time frames, the USD CAD, the bears are in control. So that's why I got out the trade, and I took a $13 and change loss. I was basically gambling on this movement right here because it was a strong buy signal, and I seen the bulls were trying to get back in control. It was a big movement of bulls in control. They took it all the way up. I thought they was going to break through the 200. So I popped out the fib. You know, I popped out the fib right here, going up, and it didn't work out. It didn't break through. I thought it was. It broke through a little bit. It did break through, but then it came back down, and it went back up. And I was like, okay, they're gonna do it, and it didn't work out. The bears are totally in control now. And when you see these candlesticks right here, these are bearish engulfing candlesticks. As you can see, these are all bearish engulfing candlesticks. And then a doji came out, which totally changes the market the other way. And only the doji comes out when, from an exhausting, you know, when as you can see, when the open and close of a security are essentially equal to each other, a doji candle forms. All right, so dojis are basically neutral. It's like a neutral thing, and undecided. So there's a lot of undecided marketers here. The bulls try to take it up again, but the bears took control. So there you have it. All right, that's why I got out that trade, the USDCAD. That's exactly why I got out. Bears are in control on the higher time frames, on all higher time frames. And as you can see right here, there I pulled out my Lux indicator software to give me technical analysis on what's going on in the market now and in the market in the future. And it's telling me that the bears are in control for now and in the future. All right, so that's why I got out the trade. All right, one. That's enough explaining for that. Catch y'all in another trade.